book. Today I have a special guest on here. I'm going to let her introduce herself, but before I do that, I want you all to know that this segment is my third one, and it means a lot to me. Me and my dear friend, sister, cousin, whatever you want to call her, she's all that to me. We go a long way back. But I'm going to let her introduce herself, and this segment is called In All Our Relations. So we're basically going to be touching bases on any type of relationship, and I am going to look to my right and let this young lady introduce herself.
Hello everyone, my name is Katina Anderson, and I am a author, publisher, motivational speaker. My organization is called Tea with Tina. Some people that know me know that I'm just out in the community. I'm a server. I serve at the homeless shelters, just in the community, and honored to be with my beautiful sister, cousin, slash, whatever. Come on. Today on Teniers Open Book, I wanted to share, I have journals right now. If anybody's interested, this is Tea with Tina, pouring out positivity. I have little cute journals, ladies, for a purse. Come on, purse-sized journal. On the back of the journal, it says, write the vision down and make it plain. A block of 2 and 2. Come on, somebody. That's why we here, because Tenier wrote the vision down and made it plain. Come on, and how many know it takes action? The action is with your mind first, and then it comes down to your hands. You start writing what you see. Come on. So this is one of my journals, but I wanted to share, I know I shared with you all that I am an author. My very first book that I wrote is called Tea with Tina, Pouring Out Positivity. And this is a book of poems and affirmations. So this is a goal that I accomplished after so many years of desiring to be an author. I'm going to say from elementary school. It took for me to become a mother, a grandmother, a wife. And I'm sharing it because I just want to let everybody know that we can do all things. It don't matter how long, come on, that we can do all things. So I'm excited. So this is my very first book. It is Tea with Tina, a book of poems and affirmations, pouring out positivity. And then I'm just going to share one more. But I do want to say that my books are all on Amazon right now under Katina Anderson. So far, you all, from this one book, now I got 22 on Amazon, okay? Because I can't stop writing. But I also have 3 children's books out so far on Barnes & Noble called Jay's World. And this is the new kid on the block. And this book was inspired by my grandson. He is in the autism spectrum. And just looking at my grandson grow, I just wanted to create a collection for him, and also be able to educate the people in our community how we need to pay attention to our kids. So this is the new kid on the block. This is actually my 3rd edition of books. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, on my way to Tenier House, I had 3 books, y'all. 2 of them I already gave away on the way here because I ran across some kids that was outside selling some lemonade. So they got, look, I had 5 on me, y'all. So I gave them that 5, and I gave them my 2 books. And I'm like, Lord, I ain't got no book. And I told the mom, here's my business card. Call me because I want to make sure your other kids got a book too, okay? So I feel like I just desire the blessing is to be able to be a blessing. So it ain't always about chasing no money. Come on. It's about the fact of just desiring to be a blessing. So I want to share that I also have my own publishing company called Steps of Faith Publishing Company. So Tenier has my information on here. If anybody interested in writing your own book, you want to tell your story, I'll let your girl, Tea with Tina. Thank you.
Well, you guys, she is a handful, and I love her. It's always good to have someone next to you or around you with good inspiration and good positivity. Now, don't get me wrong. If Tenier steps out of pocket or we're uncomfortable with a relationship, as grown-ups, as women, we know how to agree to disagree and let it be how it's going to be. Because I don't agree with a lot of stuff, and she might not agree. But our love is strong. And we need to start keeping our head up, a lot of people out here, and start being more positive and not so negative all the time about the little things. Just thank God that we're alive. So, On that, we're going to end the note, and we're going to start talking about in all our relationships. But you also got to remember that I'm true to this shit, not new to this shit. And this is real talk. And I am about to open up the conversation, and me and Tina are about to start talking about different types of relationships. So I'm going to ask you first, Tina, what kind of relationship would you like to discuss first?
Let's see. Well, I want to say one that's been a hot topic for me, like I was talking to you before, is about fellowship. In the church, whether you're in the church or out of church, I just feel like we need to have more fellowship in our communities alone. With us seeing what's going on in our city right here in Cincinnati, one thing I always share with Teniers, what I didn't share, is that I am an ordained pastor. Which means nothing to me. That's why you heard me say servant, because that's just a title. Come on, somebody. But I'm disappointed in the fact that we got like about 15, 20 churches in one community, and we ain't got no movement. There's nothing happening. People are still homeless. They still hungry.
Right.
Come on. And I just feel like that relationship, building relationship with the church and the community. Okay. Building fellowship. Not one thing I always say when I go to the homeless shelters is it's not about religion, it's about relationship. So just because you don't go to church don't mean you don't have a relationship with God. Okay? So I just want to see, tap on that a little bit about encouraging people that just because you're not in the building don't mean you can't have a relationship with them. So what do you think about that?
So my understanding is, this is just my opinion, a lot of people come running out the gate from church and they want to start judging people. You cannot tell anybody that they do not have any type of relationship, whether they call him God, Messiah, whatever name it is they choose to call this being that they believe in, does not make them a bad person. And a lot of people get out here from the church, not everybody, and they prejudge people. That's not okay with me. And that's just my opinion. That doesn't make me a bad person because I don't walk into the doors of a church building. Why church can't be had on the corner? Why I can't have church in my bathroom when I'm taking a bath or I'm taking a shower? Why can't I praise him anywhere? But a lot of people prejudge people by things like that. So that's just where I'm at on that situation. And that could be a whole nother podcast and a whole nother subject. But I'm glad my sister Tina touched bases on that, because that's real and it's alive. And we have a lot of people out here saying they for the better for us. If we would come together. We're not coming together like we need to. We're not supporting each other with the black businesses and things like that. We're out here saying, ooh, well, could you give me this for the less of this? Okay, it's hard times for all of us in this situation. Whether it's mental, physical, anything. It's hard for a lot of us out here. We need to start coming together more and being there for each other. And a lot of us act like we don't know how to do that. And a lot of us need help out here. A lot of us need help. Sometimes I've been in a situation financially where I've went to a church to get some help, and they told me if I pay off what I owe, then they can give me some money. In my mind, that didn't make no sense to me at all. But I just felt like at that present time, it could have hurt me. It could have put me in a depression. But my God, He won't let me go there. He telling me when time comes, I will be okay. So sometimes you have to be patient, and you just can't be angry and say, well, they don't want to help me. I don't maybe it wasn't your time to get help at that point in time right then and there. Maybe your goal was to go somewhere else or something. Nothing is easy. And a lot of people want the easy way out, and nothing is easy anymore. So, with that saying, I'm gonna let that rest, and we can talk about that another time. So, one of the main things I wanted to talk about today with these relationships, family ships, these friendships, mother and daughter ships, son and mother ships, father and son ships, just these type of ships. I've been in an unfortunate situation with this friendship situation. A lot of people don't value friendship anymore. A lot of people and a lot of women or against each other for whatever reason. This is a powerful woman that I am sitting next to. Never in a million years would we go against each other and not try to support each other, even when we are at our worst. This woman has supported me. I have been a listening ear to her as well as she has been to me. That's a genuine friendship. But we need to start coming together more and start being more friendly. Sending more positivity. Just because you feeling down and out or you might feel miserable, maybe that story that you have or can talk to this friend or that friend. We need to start coming together more, and a lot of us are downing each other, not being there for each other, and for the life of me, I do not understand that. So, Tina, what do you have to say?
I wanted to add that, and you've had a conversation before where, to me, it's pretty much how we've been raised. Mm-hmm. You know, have you been raised in a household where there was communication? Have you been, what are you reflecting? And unfortunately, in our communities and in our relationships, we don't know how to, I'm going to just be honest with you, being an entrepreneur, anything that you're trying to do, let's be real, y'all, everybody want to get paid. Ain't nobody going to give you no advice, no instructions, no information without getting paid. Sure. If we don't start learning how to support one another, then we all going to stay stuck. Come on. Yes. There's no race. What's for you is for you. You're going to get there. But you can get there even sooner by lifting your brother and sister up and go, okay, sis can do this, that one can do that, okay, well, let me do this. And just coming together so that we all can win. Because you ain't racing nobody but somebody that's a reflection of you that look like you. So one thing I noticed in our relationships, like you were saying, if you do need to confide into a sister, can you trust that sister that you confide into? That part. We've been throwing that sister verbiage out so much. That's my sis, and we quick to stab each other in the back. We quick to, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was just telling my husband the other day. I said, with me being an encourager and always pouring into everybody else, it's not a whole bunch of people that I could call on the phone and be 100 with. Like you said, today I'm having a bad day. Today I'm not feeling well. Because all people see is T with Tina pouring out positivity. Right. But I'm human. I got life situations going on too. Mm-hmm. But how many sisters, I think I told somebody, I said, I'm going to be careful with throwing around that sister word. Come on. Because a sister going to show up. And it ain't always about being there physically. It's about maybe just texting and checking on you. Or it's about maybe sending you an encouraging word. And it's most importantly about covering what you share instead of waiting on that weak moment. Yeah, she supposed to be this and that, right. But now she fell out. Or she having a bad time. You don't know what tomorrow holds for you. So that's what I'm saying. Like you said, getting the definitions of sisterhood, friendship, mother and daughter relationship, just working on what are you, I'm going to say me, I'm working on trying to be a better friend myself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes for you to look at the man and woman in the mirror. What friend have I been? How many times have I dropped the ball? When I could have been there. So I just want to encourage people, be what you desire from somebody else. Come on. It might have to be you first. Hey. Be what you desire in that friendship or that relationship. You be that first and see what you draw to yourself. Right.
And I also want to add, I'm that friend that texts people. I say good morning. I check on people when people don't check on me. Sometimes people don't even know if I'm going through something. It's only certain ones that I can reach out to without them placing judgment on me. But I'm just that friend. Mm-hmm. And my grandmother, Mitzi Douglas, may she rest in peace, told me a long time ago, whatever you do for somebody, do it out the kindness of your heart. And don't get upset when a person don't do the same thing that you do for them. Don't expect something from somebody because you did it for them. If you did it for them, they might not have it in their spirit and their body and mind and soul that they know how to do it for you. Because they might not have that on their heart. They might not realize that in a sense that they could be kind of selfish and want to keep stuff in. But then again, like Tina, touch bases on what Tina said, you never know how somebody was raised. Everybody wasn't raised with love and compassion and communication. A lot of people were not. So I take a lot of that into consideration. Sometimes some things have to be taught, and sometimes some things, if it's put on your heart, if it wasn't taught in your house, you learn how to do it on your own. But everybody is not like that, so I take a lot of things into consideration with feelings and emotions, because a lot of people don't know how to show that. You know, I just wrote something down. It says, if I don't know how to receive love, then I need not to act like I know how to give it. So that says a lot without saying certain things. You know, and I love love. I am a hopeless romantic. If I can have a man that would shoo me off my feet and let me be the woman that I know that I can be, I would love that. But in reality, a lot of people don't know how to give that type of love. So I'll continue to pour that into my books that I'm starting to write. And Tina's going to be my publisher. Trust and believe. I'm going to come out with something powerful. I can't say when, but I will. Because I was thinking the other day, Tina, I was like, I really love love. And I am such a hopeless romantic. Why don't I start writing about that? Because I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I haven't seen everything, but I've seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I said, Teniers, that would be a good idea for you, because when I write my poems that I do write, that she been trying to get me to get out here and publish, it's all about love. So I need to start tapping into that. See, this is the type of friend, sisterhood, whatever you want to call it, that God put us together to get me to get out of my comfort zone and saying, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
And she birthed this baby that's out here for me last year. So I wasn't about to let nobody tell me that she is not for me. She is for me in the presence of what God put her here for her to be for me, as I am for her. And that is a friendship and a ship, period, that a lot of people don't know how to receive because they didn't have it in the home. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have it in the home. Now, me and my friend here we're young teen moms. We went through a lot. And I feel like that made us even stronger in connection. I could not talk to this woman for 6 months. And we'll get on the phone like we was on the phone yesterday. And we can talk about, like anything. You know, our grown kids and what we've been through. And we made it through. So that's why we have a better outlook. And God has humbled me. He has humbled the hell out of me. Y'all don't even know. But I have always been the person that's going to say what she feels. Even if it come off the top of my head. That's just me. Anybody that know me, that's just me. Whether you like me after it or not. You know, I just always been that type of person. So another ship that I want to talk about. It's a touchy little situation, but I'm honest and I'm open. That's what Teniers Open Book is. It's the relationship with my sons. So I have a 26-year-old biological son. I have a 24-year-old biological son. And then I have a lot of God's sons that y'all will hear about me. Actually, I have one right now that's doing the taping of this. His name is Obi Houston. And I'm so proud of this young man. He's been through a lot, seen a lot, and he got a good heart. You know what I'm saying? He has a good heart, and I'm proud of him for the things that he is doing right now. He has 3 beautiful children, and he is trying to get himself out here to show people that he's something other than the street. It's more out there than just the street. So I'm very proud of him to that. But I wanted to touch bases on raising sons. I want to let you talk first.
Okay. Well, I want to share real quickly that poem that Teniers just shared was so powerful and inspiring. And while we were talking about love, I just wanted to share this book that I wrote. It's a 21-day devotional called Love Wins. And the reason why that title came up is just what Teniers said. In my journey, in my walk, I had to learn how to teach Katina how to love her. Come on.
Yes.
Like Teniers said, being a teen mom and loving you don't mean, see, we focused on the outer. Let's get this heart together. Let's get this broken heart together. Let's get the trauma, come on, that we've rolled up through together. So I had to know, wait a minute, Katina, if you stay in love, then love wins. That don't mean no man. Come on.
You better
that don't
say
mean loving your children. That don't mean no money. It's about, first of all, we know that God is love. I know I got to go back there. But love wins no matter what. So that made me think about my attitude, my delivery, how I wake up in the morning, what I see, how I'm going to go about trying to accomplish my goals, and just operating in love. So love wins. This devotional, I just shared it 21 days on Facebook, and what I shared was, like Teniers said, we both real. And I don't just share like, oh, I'm giving it to you, honey. I read this, and guess what? It made me think. Katina, you know you're trying to drop a couple of pounds. Drink some more water. Come on, in the love wins. Katina, you know you be all over the place. Take a nap. In the love wins. Come on. Katina, you know you be supporting everybody else. You better learn how to look out for you. Come on. Because love wins. I mean, my goal was to put it in the atmosphere for everybody else, and it turned around and came back and blessed me. And like Teniers was saying, we both were teen moms. We know stories that other people probably don't even know. Both of us at the same time. Gianna was born in May
25th, 1993.
And Christopher was born in July the 1st. So we was both right there at the same time going through it. One thing I learned, like Teniers said, with us having sons, I just had a conversation with my oldest son. He has 3 sons. And looking at him and his parenting, I'm like, you angry. Look, if he watches this video, he'll be like, Mom, you heard her tell him I'm business. But I told him, every time, well, you know, the grandma, we want to get the kids they what, candy and this and
yeah,
that.
we do.
My son is so focused on making sure that they do this and that right, this, that right. So my conversation with my son is this. I raised you and your brother out of fear. Why? Because I didn't have my father. Come on. I didn't have any uncle figures. Come on, somebody. My father wasn't in the household. So I come from a family of strong women. Okay, all the women I see are very strong and they're independent. So I've always been strong and independent, right? So that sensitive soft side was out of me. I'm raising 2 boys, and y'all already know back then we raising 2 niggas, 2 thugs. We got to make sure that they don't be what society says they are. Right. So I went over and beyond operating in love, but also operating and trying to prevent certain things to happen out of fear, because what I see is going on with our African American men. So today my conversation with my son is this: I'm sorry. I was a teen mom. I didn't know no better. Come on, I grew up with you. Come on. So I don't want you to make the mistakes that I made. Come on, and raise your children in fear. Let's raise them in love, baby. Because love gonna win. Let's get him a couple of more hugs. Come on.
Right.
Let's get him a couple of more where you with him. You know, he's reading my books that I wrote to his children. But now that they're adults, I have conversations with my sons every day. They know they mom is regardless. But I always say, I love you, and the biggest thing is, I'm sorry. Because I didn't have a man. And I was giving probably more, let me snatch the game away from you because you're in trouble, than I was of giving hugs.
Ooh,
I was doing
yes.
more discipline than I was giving hugs. I was mad at your daddy. Come on.
Hey.
Mad at this and mad at that. So instead of me loving you and hugging you, I did not do. And I was always working 2-3 jobs and trying to go to school and trying to keep them in a decent environment. Okay? So with the sons, I encourage you, as me and Teniers always talk about our boys. Mm-hmm. If you still here and your child is here, whether it's a boy or a girl, let me say that, it's okay to apologize. It's okay to say I didn't get a manual on how to be a parent. And that's the way that y'all can have a healthier relationship to where they will be able to communicate. Right. And just remind yourself, staying in love, operating in love, and moving in love is going to win every time.
So the touch bases on that, raising your children, I got married out of, he was my high school sweetheart. His name is Shannon Leary. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who my ex-husband is. We're really great friends now. We're on a different level, but I want to touch bases on raising your kids out of anger, raising your kids out of, I know what I'm doing and I really don't. because I've never really had someone to show me this is how you're supposed to raise your kids. See, when you come from families that's been damaged, that's a lot of different things in the family. Sometimes you kind of raising yourself.
Come on.
You know, I had to grow up at a very young age, helping keeping the house clean when I had uncles that was on drugs, driving my grandmother crazy. The only thing she knew to do was turn that church on the TV and turn it up real loud and read her scriptures and ignore everything that was going on around. And me not knowing at the time, and I was so angry at her sometimes, she didn't know what to do because it was a cycle that wasn't being broken because she was raised out of BS growing up, had kids at early age, didn't know if she was coming or going, so it was hard for her to teach me and my mom and her daughters anything. She did the best she could. She taught us how to keep a job. I remember times where, when I was little, when we stayed in Hyde Park, my grandmother, she said, we about to barbecue everything in the freezer. I'm young, so I'm not knowing what she, you know why? Because the gas electric got cut off. I thought it was the funnest thing ever. We outside until we can't stay out no more. We got candles. I'm thinking it's an in-house camp out. I'm not knowing at a young age. But these are real things that happened to me growing up and made me the woman that I am today. And I have a whole better understanding of certain things and situations. Even me, moving around, getting evicted from time to time. Out here in the streets, trying to help my ex-husband sell dope, messing it up, trying to pay the bills, trying to be an adult at a time where I didn't even know how to be a kid because I had to grow up so early doing certain things that I shouldn't have had to do. But it gives me a better understanding and a better lookout on so many things that I went through as growing up as a kid. It taught me a lot of things. So I tried to teach my kids the best of my ability, and I apologize to them if I didn't do right by them. It's because I wasn't in my right mind, because I was trying to figure stuff out at a young age. I got married young because me and my ex-husband, we thought we were doing the right thing, but we wasn't even grown up yet, so we really didn't know. We just was going by what we thought was supposed to be done, and we have a better understanding now. Like I said, that's one of my best friends. And I can laugh about it and smile about it because we really didn't know what the hell we was doing. We tried. We all now can laugh about it. I mean, we in our 50s now, so it's kind of funny now. And looking at my grown kids and some of the things that they doing, y'all don't even know. Sometimes I want to bust them in their head. Like, could y'all wake up? But I also got to remember, my mom probably felt the same way about me when I was out here doing the same type of bullshit that they doing. But I'm blessed and I'm thankful for my kids. I love them dearly. I do. I love my kids dearly. But, you know, sometimes you got to let your kids fuck around and find out. Even though if it hurts you to your core, you got to let them find out.
I wanted to say about Teniers. Teniers is a couple of years older than me. And like she said earlier, Teniers was really close with my oldest sister. So me being younger than Teniers and being a mom and coming down to Teniers' house when I was younger, I don't know if Teniers remember when I had my son I was 16 years old. I turned 17 12 days after him. And I didn't want my mama to tell me nothing. This mine. You can't nobody tell me nothing. So I had a mouth. Teniers already know. God had to come and snatch me. Okay? Listen. I don't want nobody to tell me nothing. And I remember me and my son's father going down to Teniers' house. And for Teniers to be as young as she was, Teniers kept a clean house. Teniers kept a refrigerator full of food. And Teniers was cooking four-course meals. Okay? Katina was still on cheese and crackers, peanut butter and jelly and ramen noodles, okay? And from growing up seeing my grandmother in the kitchen, I already told myself I ain't cooking for nobody. I don't even want to know how to cook. My mom had 3 girls. I was like, no ma'am, pick your cabbage, y'all got it. I was never in the kitchen. But to come down her house and for that to be an example of her being as young as she was and was able to run a household kids clean, house clean, refrigerator full of food. She was like, Tina, come on. I mean, she literally told me and my baby and the baby daddy, let's be 100, was down there calling myself running away because we know we was minors. Come on, y'all, let's be real. And was able to come to her house. It's been nothing but an example of we received enough from our parents, from our mothers, to be able to stand. We didn't have no children's service case. Our kids wasn't taken away from us. We ain't have no, whole bunch of situations. We struggled. We grew up with our children. And like Teniers said, I'm proud of my boys. I got 2 sons, okay? My baby boy, Javon, Javon don't have any children. Chris has 3. He had 1 out of marriage, and then the other 2 he had with his wife, okay? And he's been a husband. He's been an awesome father. My grandson just had his first day at kindergarten, my second grandson, and to see my son at the school taking his son. So I'm learning, like Teniers said, sometimes you got to take your hands off and let go. I applaud my children. I cover my children. I pray over them. They know when I come, I ain't got no key to the door because they probably don't want me to just walk right in, but I'm like the sheriff. Right. Open up this door. You hear what I'm saying? I don't care who in here. And everybody in there, they friends, I don't care. They know I do care if somebody in there smoking weed or whatever. Whatever they do, that's their business, okay? But I'm coming in, and before I leave, we touching and agreeing, which means I'm grabbing everybody's hand in this house, and we gonna pray. Okay? Not just for my sons, but for their friends, because it's hard out here, y'all. For our African American men, we need to lift our brothers up, sisters. I know we angry. We done been there and done it. I'm thank God. See, like Teniers was saying earlier about love, God had to take anger out of my heart and let me learn how to love me for him to even send me a husband. Come on. Because I had to learn, I had to be open and available to receive love and to give love, to get love. So just us learning how to treat our men. I'm going to say one more thing. Teniers, no, I'm about to get off of here with Teniers. I had to share Heart and Hustle, y'all. I got a book that I wrote, a single mom's journal, Heart and Hustle. Get it? Like I said, all my books is on Amazon under Katina Anderson, Heart and Hustle, because that's what it was for me. It was my heart and my hustle, okay, that helped me to be able to raise these 2 grown men today, okay, that know they mama still ain't got them all. Come on.
Hey.
But they love me and I love them. So that's that sonship she talking about. That's something that's like no other. I've been married 3 years, and my husband be like, leave them grown men alone. I said, let me tell you something.
And you do.
Let me tell you something. Those my babies, and we ride or die. The death do us part. Yeah, God sent me a husband, but those 2 stunners right there that belong to me, they know they mama got their back, and they got mine too. So anybody that's in my life has to embrace and accept those 2 grown men.
Exactly. And although I'm telling y'all, people that do know me know that, especially that baby boy, that Danny Leary, that baby boy, he's something different. That's the one that used to be holding on to me like this. That's how everybody remember. I tell him all the time, if I can put him back up there and recook him, I would. But just the relationship that I have with my son, it's just different. It's just that one. It's just that baby boy. But my oldest son, he different. He more my nonchalant son. The more kind of laid back. Let stuff build up until he just explode. And I tell him all the time, that's not good. He's just never been a boisterous person. You get what you give. You know what I'm saying? But even with my God kids, like, they know they mama gonna say, y'all, I tried to censor some things, but shit, I'm just gonna be who the hell I am. I can't be nobody but me. And y'all never know what the hell is gonna come out my mouth. You don't. Sometimes I don't even know. I'll be like, did you just say that? But it be too late. It already be out there. And people that know me know that's just me. I'm gonna give you what I got. Either you like it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's a wonderful feeling to be walking in my purpose. It's a wonderful feeling to have love from kids that's not even my kids, but they my kids. You can't tell me that they ain't my kids and I ain't gonna feel no way about them. Those are my children, even though I didn't push them out or get them cut out of me. Them are my children. And I say that with a lot of love and a lot of good intent. And they are some good daddies. Even my nephews, you know, they are respectable, good men out here, but they gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't that we raised them in a bad way. Once a child get grown, you can't tell them what to do. They gonna do what they do. You know, I know that. I know that. And I have, me and Shannon have an older daughter too. She's 32. She's married. She has 4 beautiful children, my grandbabies. I would go crazy without them. Even, and that last boy, my baby does have a daughter, Alana. That's my baby too. And guess what, y'all? Alana is a Sagittarius just like her nana. So she drives her daddy crazy. So that makes it even better when he gets on my nerves, and I know Alana didn't know he is. Like, that just makes me smile so much. Do you hear me? Because that boy know he drive me nuts. So she just give it right. Whatever he did to me, she give it right back. Just as worse. But I want to talk about, as far as a lot of women we get out of these relationships and we be bitter with these guys. I don't understand that. If he's moved on, I get upset with these young ladies when they use their kids as pawns against these men. I understand, okay, you might not want them around the woman until you meet the woman. I get all that, whatever, respectfully. But don't y'all think that the father loved their kids enough not to put them in harm's way? I just wish a lot of more women would uplift more men instead of tearing them down all the time. That's something that I just don't agree with. But, you know, that too is my opinion. So I'd like to say something. I don't remember where I got this from. But I feel like if you speak this to yourself, talking to yourself in the mirror, self-motivation, people, it's a good thing. I do it sometimes. Then if you train your mind to think this way, maybe you can start staying in a positive realm more so than always being in a negative realm. I'm not saying this. We are of flesh, so things happen. And it says, if I apply my energy and intentions to the things that truly matter consistently and apply that way of thinking every day, then my thoughts will manifest themselves. So that says a lot without saying something. I'm just saying, we need to start training our mind to think positive. We need to start humbling ourselves. Just because you get a few dollars don't mean you're better than the next. We need to start loving on each other so much more, because it's so much bad energy out here in the world. We need to start promoting each other. Just really, even in these jobs, we know these jobs are dime a dozen. Who do want to work? But we got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wish they had a money tree where they can go out there and snatch money off the tree. Who did? Who don't? But we just need to start loving on each other more. It's so much hate and betrayal out here. And for the life of me, I don't understand it. So I pray for people. I pray for peace. I pray for abundance for all of us. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that everybody got along. But that's in the cartoons. You know, I had a little girl at work was like, I can't believe you be coloring. Y'all, when I'm at work, part of my peace of mind is my coloring books and my crayons and listening to some type of music. And I don't pay attention to nobody. Because I'm trying to tell you, working in these workplaces and you got other things going on at home, you don't want to go to work and have tension. And you already got tension at home. That's going to make you a very angry person. You don't want to live like that. Would it be anything that you would like to say before we end this segment?
Yes, I wanted to say I was sitting here, holding back tears because I'm so proud of Teniers. Teniers know I do 101 things. It's been a long week. And I told my husband, I said, I got to get to Teniers. I got to go over to Teniers' house. Me and Teniers haven't seen each other often. We don't really get to talk that much. But like she said, the seeds that has been planted in us have been there since we were younger. And I just completed a class yesterday, so that was long and exhausting. But I told my husband, I said, I got to get to Teniers' house. Why? because I'm so proud of her. We've had conversations about her starting her podcast. We have, so just where she was talking about the manifestation, that's what's happening right here. See, it doesn't matter who has something to say. It doesn't matter what's put together. It doesn't matter. What matters is that she's doing it. She manifested. She said, I'm going to do this thing, and I'm doing it. And she's been consistent. Okay? She's an example of manifestation. She's an example of what she just said about training your mind to say, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it. Okay, so I know, I want to share this with Teniers. Everybody's always going to have something to say. But you know my story and I know yours.
Yes,
Come
ma'am.
on. I don't know how viral or how far this could go, but somebody probably say, is she an ordained pastor? Look me up. Katina Anderson, ordained pastor, state of Ohio. My ministry is Steps of Faith Ministry. Okay, she's an ordained pastor. Teniers said a couple of cuss words. They probably wondering what's in my drink. It's lemonade. Here's the thing. She know when I was cussing everybody out up under the sun, okay? Pastor today, and might slip up and cuss tomorrow. I'm just real like that. And I ain't saying it's okay. What I'm saying is that we gotta stop judging one another. Amen. Show up for one another. Just because you do this and I don't do that don't mean I'm holier than you. I told my husband, I might not do this, I might not do that, but guess what? It's even in your thoughts. God said even in your thoughts, your negative thoughts, saying something about somebody in your head. I might not cuss, but it's your gossiping. Come on. You might not cuss, but you're still $1. Come on. We all are doing something. That's one thing that gets me with us. Like she said, let's stop judging. Let's start operating in love. Let's start showing up for one another. And I'm so proud of this young man that she had here today because he done motivated me. Come on. And Teniers has motivated me. So I asked Teniers if I can share a song that I wrote. I wrote this song back in 2015 when my youngest son was getting ready to graduate from Coleraine High School. And Teniers know it's only been me and my boys. So I didn't realize the anxiety I was going to deal with. The oldest one, he always had a girlfriend here and there dipping out. But that baby boy, like Teniers said, I was like, it's me and him. We stuck. We going to get a house together. Honey, he got ready to turn 18 the same year he was supposed to graduate. He turned 18 in November and was supposed to graduate in July. When his 18th birthday came, he said, Mom, I'm moving out. I said, who? I was about to put my dukes up. We got to fight. Who? You got to graduate. You graduate. I need you to, I had a plan. And I need you to follow this plan that I have for your life. Come on, somebody. But I had to get older to get where I'm at today to know that his plan was his. But let me tell you what wound up happening. One day I wound up going to work, and I was sitting at work, and I was just crying. I was like, because he moved out. He actually moved out. I had no control. He was 18. And I was at work one day, and I was crying, and I heard, you're in a fight. You're in a fight for your life. You're in a fight for your purpose. You're in a fight for your call. The enemy will cause a distraction, and it can be your child, okay? I just started writing. This is 2015, but I'm going to tell you this. My baby boy graduated. He went out maybe 30 days over his fridge by smoking weed, drinking, popping. I don't know what he was doing. But when them 30 days came up, he said, Mom, can I come back home? I didn't want him to know how happy I was, so I tried to be tough and hard. But my baby had that key. My baby graduated in 2015 from Coleraine High School, okay? But guess what? My song is, and I'm looking for somebody, I'm looking for some music right now, so let me know if y'all know anybody, but it's called I'm in a Fight, and it goes like this. I'm in a fight for my life, and I refuse to give up now. I'm in a fight for my life, and I refuse to let him down. Let me tell you, it ain't easy. I have a struggle every day. But thanks to him, his grace and mercy, I have the strength for another day. I'm in a fight for my life, and I refuse to give up now. I'm in a fight for my life, and I refuse to let him down. Look at your baby. Can't you see that I'm still standing? Cause he wouldn't give up on me. So I kept praising, I kept praying, and I stayed down on my knees. I'm in a fight for my life, and I refuse to give up now. I'm in a fight for my life, So even with tears in my eyes, y'all, this is what I said. Keep on fighting, 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 'cause you're in a fight, I'm in a fight, and we refuse to give up now. I didn't give up, y'all. That's why I got books. I just want to encourage somebody.
That's
Come
right.
on. I didn't give up, y'all. That's why y'all can go on Amazon and purchase a book. I didn't give up, y'all. That's why I'm doing Tea with Tina motivational speaking. Because guess what? It was bigger than me. That was his season. But I had to know that I was able to get through that. So we are all fighting for purpose, our call, our blessing, our breakthrough. And most importantly, like Teniers said, I got to close it up with this, Teniers. Love wins. Let's operate in love, y'all. We got too much going on in Cincinnati to be fighting each other when there's other races that don't look like us fighting us.
Amen.
Come on, y'all. What we going to do?
Yes. Amen to that. And I thank you for gracing us with your song. You know I love that song.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I want to end this segment with this quote that I wrote. It says, I am a queen. I am strong.
Yes.
I am the truth. I have a purpose. I love me. I am happy. And I am positive energy. So these are things that I will always promote.
Yeah.
Anybody is welcome to come and sit at the table with me. We can have any type of conversation,
Yes.
discussion. I'm here for it all.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm never new to this shit. I'm true to this shit.
Come on.
And I want to thank everybody that tuned in. I love you, and I hope you got some type of insight from all of this. I just want to share and promote love, positivity, and we can discuss anything, any topic, feeling. If you want to come on here and you want to promote your books, anything that you're doing, I am all for it. I'm not asking for anything from it. I just want us to start promoting each other and loving each other more, because that's what I'm promoting out here. Like I said, I am excited about this journey that I'm on. I know that it's going to be great and it's going to get bigger later, and I'm all for it.
Come on.
Thank you all, and have a great day. And thank you all for tuning in.
Yes. Teniers open book.